Welcome to Family Law Matters. I'm Dr. Michael Mantell, and I'm privileged to be joining Bonnie Rabinovich Mantell, owner and managing partner of the Primus Family Law Group. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Michael, and the privilege is all mine.
Oh, thank you very much. With that, we'll say goodbye. Oh, no, let's continue. Bonnie, interesting questions has come up. Someone got married in New York, in Midtown New York City, Manhattan. They have now moved to San Diego, California. Wise move, I'd say. Now they want to get divorced. The question is, do they have to go back to New York, Midtown Manhattan, to file for divorce and go through the legal proceedings there, or can they do it here in San Diego?
Well, how long have they been here, Michael? You see, every state has residency requirements. So if you wanted to get legally separated, you could be a resident in the state of California for 3 months and you could file that. If you want to file for divorce, you have to be a resident here for 6 months. So what a lot of people do if they come here and they realize, wow, it's just not working, I want to get divorced, you can file for legal separation after the 3-month mark. So it starts the process, but then you convert it into a divorce at the 6-month mark. And so that does require a second filing fee, but for some people that may be very important if there's urgent reasons why they need to file.
So the question is this: what happens if the couple, he has in his mind, I'm done with this marriage. Hey, let's go to San Diego for a vacation and maybe it'll help the marriage. And she's hoping, okay, yeah, anything. They come to San Diego and they've been here for a couple of weeks and he drops the bomb. I want a divorce. And now he has to convince her to stay here for a minimum of 3 months, or she says, oh no, I'm going back to New York. He stays. Can he file here?
No. If she goes back to New York and she knows now that they're getting divorced, she would be, I would assume, filing there. Because that's
wait, but what if she doesn't want the divorce and she says, the heck with you, I'm going back to New York and I'm staying here. Now what happens?
Now what happens is he has to wait. And so he has to wait out that residency requirement. He needs to make a residence here. He needs to rent a place, open a bank account. He can't just be here tangentially sitting in a Quality Inn and hoping that satisfies the residency requirement.
What about a Marriott? Never mind.
So they will look at all of those things, because now what you're going to have is competing jurisdictions. He's going to file in California and she's going to object because she doesn't want this to happen in California. So the judges are going to have a conversation at that point, and they're going to realize everything is there in New York except his staying at the Marriott in California, and that's not going to satisfy the residency requirement. And it also then depends if there are children. Did the children go back with mom? Do they have all their doctors, their schooling? Everything there may make that the most appropriate forum to decide this divorce.
So this is going to sound a little silly, but you read about couples that go on a vacation and one of them drops the bomb that I want a divorce. And they have to they can't divorce on this vacation because they're there for a week or two. So they go back to where they were, where they had residence, they file there. But if they're moving to San Diego, if they're coming to San Diego and he thinks he's going to tell her, I want a divorce, and she has to stay. She says, I'm not staying, I'm going back. He has to stay here. If he stays here, he can file after 3 months for separation.
6 months for divorce. But again, that may lead to, it depends if they have children, if he's going to exercise his visitation here. I mean, it will take a longer time for him to show that he's really trying to be a resident here. He came here for a job. There's a whole bunch of factors that the court is going to look at as to why it should be fought here and make her travel versus making him go back and travel there.
Got it.
Most people, yes, go ahead.
Most people, I'm sorry, most people.
Well, most people, they're concerned about they've married in, let's say, New York, but they've lived their whole marriage in San Diego. They've been here 12 years, 15 years, whatever. No, at that point, you are obviously a resident of California. You don't need to go back to your state of marriage to get divorced.
Uh-huh. So it could be complicated, but not necessarily, depending on where the ultimate residence is a year after the marriage.
Correct.
Bonnie, if couples have requests for more information about this topic, how may they reach you?
Well, they can reach us at 619-574-8000 or www.primusfamilylaw.com. And we do provide a free 30-minute phone consultation to see how we can help you with your matter.
Sounds terrific. Bonnie, thanks for another informative Family Law Matters. We'll see you next week.
Have a great one, Michael.
You too, dear. Bye-bye.